Hey guys, what's up? Narcoleptic23 here. I know it's been a while since I actually posted a full review on YouTube, but me and YouTube have been having some copywriting problems apparently. Yeah, some bullshit I don't really want to get into right now. So I'm gonna try from now on to put up more consistent reviews. I'm sorry I've missed some of the bigger movies this summer, like Terminator and Star Trek, but this actually is gonna be my review of two movies: Drag Me to Hell and The Taking of Pelham 123. First of all, Drag Me to Hell. Drag Me to Hell. It's just that for the longest time, I've been saying that the Western horror movie genre, like American horror movies, have just been dead. I mean, it's been so long since I've actually walked into a horror movie and just walked out completely satisfied. And I've got to say, when I first saw the trailers for Drag Me to Hell, I thought this was just going to be like another, basic American horror movie that I really wasn't going to enjoy. Since I live in Puerto Rico, we get our movies like a week after you get yours. So I've been able to catch some reviews of it, namely some from Spoony One and some other movie reviewers I watch around YouTube and other sites. And most of them said it was good, but I'm not a person to take one's word for anything. I'm basically just a cynical asshole till the end. So up until I walked into the theater, I really thought I wasn't going to enjoy this movie. But I'm surprised to say that after I watched it all, you really got to admit that Sam Raimi knows what the fuck he's doing with his goddamn horror movies. I mean, it's like the way the movie works, it's so I find it amazing that he's able to blend comedy and horror so well together. And it's not like it hasn't been done before, but it's like in horror movies, either the horror overshadows the comedy, or the comedy overshadows the horror, and doesn't really work out. But in this movie, it just merges seamlessly together. It just creates a very suspenseful emotion. It's like sometimes you're watching like a fun comic moment, and you start to laugh, and it lets down like and you let down your defenses for a while, and then all of a sudden, bam, we're back to horror. It's sudden, and it feels great. It puts you in that right mood, that tense mood where you don't really know what's gonna happen. And I feel like so few horror movies are able to do this well, that it's really refreshing to actually see a horror movie that actually integrates this well. The characters were great. I mean, I feel like all the characters that were in the movie were necessary or contributed at least something, if not the smallest bit. Even the cat was awesome. I mean, the cat was like the shit. Um, but it was a great movie. I mean, well worth the money I spent on it. If you haven't seen it, I suggest you go check it out like as soon as you can. It's worth watching. I mean, it really is. It slows down at a couple of points, but never so much where you become uninterested in the movie. But besides that, a great movie. The story is basically your typical horror affair. This lady, who works at a bank, refuses to give money to this elderly lady, who I don't know who the fuck would refuse to give this lady money, because she looks weird as shit. Like, honestly, if there was anybody who would be willing to put a curse on you, it would be this lady with her brown, putrid fingernails, her removable teeth, and her glass eye. So, yeah, that's the moral of the story. If you see some weird bitch step into your bank, you better give her a loan. So what she ends up doing is putting a curse on her, and the curse basically says in 3 days, a demon from hell is going to come and eat her soul. It's called the Lamia. I call it Satan. You can call it whatever you want. But the movie unfolds in a very slow. It's not slow, but it's like a tense manner. Like, it puts you just right in that right state of mind you need to enjoy the movie. You know. So yeah, Drag Me to Hell, great movie. Honestly, recommend it. You'd be doing yourself a disservice to miss that movie. As for, and now we move on to The Taking of Pelham 123. The Taking of Pelham 123 is another movie that I honestly thought I would not enjoy. I walked into the movie thinking that I would not like this movie. You know, I honestly did not. But it's like I walked in, I saw the movie, and I gotta tell you, John motherfucking Travolta. This man scares the shit out of me. You know why John Travolta scares the shit out of me? Because John Travolta is like that guy who you want to believe in, but you really can't because he does stupid shit like be on Hairspray as a woman, and then he goes and does Bolt. So he was a fat lady and a dog. So at this point, if you're a John Travolta fan, you're cheering him on, like, yay! But honestly, on the inside, you feel like he should just, put two in his head and stop. And then he comes out with The Taking of Pelham 123 and just blows my fucking mind. Because his performance was so good. He's one of my favorite villains of this year, for sure. You know. Then you have Denzel Washington, who, again, does a great job as his character, And the thing I liked about this movie, it's not your typical movie. Like, it's not one of those, it's not like your standard action movie where, like, everything has to be blown to shit or everybody has to shoot everyone they see to make it exciting, Basically, I think 3 people die in this movie, maybe 4. But that's enough. The thing that pissed me off, the Puerto Rican died. That was not cool, okay? The Puerto Rican's not supposed to die, people. Alright? If we're lucky enough to ever make it into a lead fucking role, why would you kill us? Right? Okay, it wasn't a lead role. It was like he was the train conductor for the evil people, but whatever. He wasn't supposed to die. Alright? I know I'm getting off topic, but it hurts, So, basically what happens in this movie is that John Travolta's character, called Ryder, with a Y, badass, I know, he hijacks a train full of people and holds them hostage, right? And demands $10 million. He basically spends his time talking to a train dispatcher, played by Denzel Washington, whose name is Garber, right? And what I find really interesting about this movie is, for an action movie, some of the best scenes take place in conversations between these two characters. I mean, this is a movie where, like, it's an action slash, I guess you could call it thriller type movie, but action movies nowadays just have so much focus on, like, shooting people, killing people, blowing stuff up. It's nice to see an action movie that actually has an emphasis on, like, story development and character development. And, I really enjoy that type of shit. I don't know, maybe I'm stupid, but I like that type of shit, It's like, just blowing shit up has gotten so stale lately. It's like very few movies can actually do that in a way that actually entertains me for an extended period of time. But this movie, I just found it so amazing, like, so interesting. Especially, like I said, John Travolta's character is fucking awesome in this movie. So yeah, the movie, very good. Actually, I enjoy. It's probably the best movie I've seen this year, unless I'm forgetting some, but I don't think so. Like, as far as I can remember, probably the best movie I've seen this year. So again, Pelham 123, another movie I strongly recommend. I don't want to give anything away, honestly, which is why I'm not talking about the story.